How's it going, Palmetto's finest gamers and curious onlookers? Today I'm proud to bring you what is seemingly the very first legitimate information regarding Black Ops 2 Map Pack 2, which is dubbed Uprising. Now, yesterday evening, apparently Best Buy released a poster/card that unveiled all of the maps as well as the new zombie map, just like they did actually what GameStop did for Revolution, which was the first map pack of Call of Duty. Now, this video is going to be dedicated to telling you the release date and as much information as I can break down from seeing the picture right in front of me. So let's get right to it. The release date is confirmed as April 16th, so mark your calendars, set your alarm clocks early so you can get up and play with me. Alright, so there are 4 new multiplayer maps. We have Vertigo, Encore, Magma, and Studio, as well as the beloved zombie map dubbed Mob of the Dead. Now, I'm not exactly sure if that's the title of it, as that's more of a phrase than a title, but I'm going to be taking a look into these small images that, when zoomed in, are extremely pixelated, so I'm kind of looking from a distance here. I'm going to give you guys my best opinion on what I can depict from the image and how it might apply to a multiplayer scene. Now, usually what Treyarch does, especially back in World at War, if you guys remember that game, a lot of the multiplayer maps were based off of campaign mission maps. Now, that's expected. You don't have to do a whole lot of work, just to make a multiplayer map. That's expected. But let's take a look here. Starting with Vertigo, you can clearly see a helicopter pad in the background, as well as what seems like some buildings and smoke and or clouds in the background. Now, I wanted to say that this was that resort from the campaign. I can't remember what it was. I think it was like that Olympia place. I'm not exactly sure what it's called. But it looks like this is like some sort of sky city or whatever it is, like on top of skyscrapers. Maybe one big building with a helipad, and then you go inside that building. Maybe some elevator controls will be introduced, something like that. Moving on to Magma here. In the background, you can see a guy shooting, as well as 3 or so flaming buildings. The sky is an orangey color, as if the place just got moabbed. Not sure if that's a word, moabbed. The act of getting moabbed. Alright, now you can see a bit of a fire raging in the background. I'm not exactly sure if this is going to be in a city that's, say, being engulfed by lava or something. But we all know lava is a reoccurring theme, as back in Transit, lava was the dread of every player. I hated it so much. Now, I'm guessing lava will be introduced in this game and or everything will be on fire. So, that may be a precaution. It might just be a little... I don't know what to call it, just kind of scenery type of thing. Everything's on fire, just like a pixelated fire in the distance, that kind of thing. Or maybe it might hurt you if you go near it. It would be that kind of thing that Treyarch would put in there, just to mess with the community. Now, moving on to Encore, I can see somebody with a sniper rifle, looks kind of like a DSR. And in the background, you can see a building, as well as another building to the right. Now, it seems like there's a grassy area as well as a bit of concrete, so this is making me think of an overgrown type of map, just not as much so as it was back in Call of Duty 4. So, grass as well as a bit of concrete, so an overgrown city, vines everywhere, ghillie snipers, that kind of thing. That's what comes to mind. Now, moving on to Studio here, this seems like the kind of downtown map that they've been looking for, kind of like what they tried to do with Die Rise, but in the sky. So you can see several buildings, as well as what seems like a crashing helicopter and or like a film reel. Since the picture is so small, and if I try and zoom in, it's pixelated, I'm going off of what I can just kind of guess. But you can see what looks like the entrance of a building, some trees and shrubs outside, as well as boxes and or trucks, so that kind of thing. Now, moving on to the zombie map. This is my favorite right here. Now, of course, the map would look a bit dark, go figure. Now, from what I can see in the background, it says something like United and then penalty type of thing. So I'm guessing it might be going along the lines of penitentiary type of thing, so maybe a jail. But then again, in the background, I see like water and or mist. So what this kind of strikes me as is like a submarine and or boat that's like pulling up onto the land. Now, I'm going to try and trace you through my thoughts here. You can see right here how there are what seems like a mast of a ship or looks like a giant cross type of thing. But then you can see the fog and or water/mist coming off the sides of whatever this object is. So that what makes me think of it's like a ship sinking into the water. And whenever a ship hits a big wave or anything, a bunch of mist/water goes everywhere. So that's what I'm thinking. Now you can see 3 zombies, I'm guessing. Now only one of them has orange eyes, which is not a really common thing for Treyarch to do, as all zombies have really depiction. You can really depict the eye color, but you can only see the eye color in one of the zombies, who seems to be dressed up like a soldier. I can kind of see a tattered soldier uniform type of thing. I think I'm seeing a tactical vest with maybe a grenade on it. but that is Mob of the Dead. So in the background, from what I can really see, I don't really want to say this as it will probably be so far off. You guys are going to bash me in the comments. But I'm guessing it looks like a bit of a jail type of watchtower thing. Now, this kind of debunks my mist theory. As you can see how the building up there, it's like looks like a lighthouse. You can see it straight up like that. You can see how it has a bit of a ray of light coming off of it, beaming to whatever this mystery object is, whether it be a ship or a submarine. So I'm guessing this may be a jail where something, whatever's on that ship, it may be 115 or whatever it is, and that may have crashed. All the zombies or whoever, like the guards and the prisoners, may have been infected, and now we've got to do something there. So the zombie storyline becomes more convoluted as we go on. But that is all for my Map Pack 2 Uprising breakdown. I hope you guys found this video somewhat informative. Once again, 4 new multiplayer maps, Magma, Studio, Encore, Vertigo, and 1 zombie map, Mob of the Dead, are to be released on April 16th. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more Black Ops 2 Uprising coverage as soon as it drops on April 16th. Whoa, what was that? I will see you guys soon.